Hello, loves. Once again, I am Silent3, and this is my kitchen. You might notice that I'm not quite as enthusiastic as I usually am. That's because today we will be making Doritos ice cream. Yeah, I'm not happy about it either. For this recipe, we are going to need just 5 simple things. Not too bad. We will need, obviously, Doritos. In this case, we're going to be using Cool Ranch. I'll be using some whole milk. Also be using some condensed milk. In this case, it's sweetened. I looked for unsweetened condensed milk, but to no avail, so this is what we have. Have a little packet of gelatin, and then there's going to be some water to bloom that gelatin. So, here's how we're going to start. First things first, we'll start with the Doritos. I'm going to dump almost all of them into this bowl. The recipe that I am basing this on, which is from the Josh Elkin on YouTube, said that his recipe used 1 bag of Doritos. It occurs to me now, based on the size of this bowl and how full it is with a partial bag, he might have used just like one of those little snack sizes. I'm gonna put some of these back. And he used 4 cups of whole milk. That seems like just a whole lot of milk. Especially since he's only aiming to get 2 cups of milk out of it at the end. So I'm gonna cut it down to just 3 cups of milk, and we'll see how that goes. We'll get rid of some more of these. We'll make a bit of a mess. That sounds like fun. Wouldn't be cooking with Silent if we aren't making a mess. Alright, so here we have these in here, and we're just gonna pour some milk over them. Delicious. Alright, so that's what we have. Try to make sure they're all submerged. Not perfectly submerged. And just crush them down a little bit. There we go. Look how nicely they fit in there now. Alright, so this I am going to put in the refrigerator and let it steep, like the gnarliest tea you've ever had, for about 30 minutes. And then we'll come back to it. It has been 30 minutes. My Dorito goo has been refrigerated. Just been marinating in its own juices over there. I'm going to mix it up. I can see the little flecks of the Cool Ranch flavoring within the milk. So I think we have successfully flavored this milk. I hope we have. So now it's time to begin the next portion. I'm actually going to set this aside for a moment. And I'm going to bloom my gelatin. I hope this works. I've never used this before. Doesn't smell like anything. It is unflavored, so I wouldn't expect it to too much. So this is 1 packet of gelatin in half a cup of water. I am going to mix this up till it is dissolved. So I have now mixed that. I am going to give it some time to bloom a little bit. Next step will be getting those solid Doritos out of my milk. So we get just the pure flavored milky goodness. Mmm. Gonna get these solid pieces out of my bowl. And those are some gross, soggy Doritos. I gotta say though, this actually smells kind of good. I don't think that's because it is a good thing. I think that's just because Doritos smell good. So now, I have that. I am going to collect 2 cups of milk. Let's see if my shortening of the milk in this was successful. Alright, so this is a half cup scoop. So 4 of them gives me 2 cups. Look at that. Alright. Now he said that he used the bowl of a stand mixer, but I don't have a stand mixer. So I'm going to be mixing this by hand. Just gonna clean up the side of my bowl a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to hold. I have a hand mixer that I'll be using. While I'm mixing this up, I am going to add half a cup of this sweetened condensed milk. First up, I'm going to start by mixing this just a little bit on its own. The reason I'm mixing it is because it's going to give it just a little bit more frothiness. I guess normally when this Josh guy makes his ice creams, he uses heavy cream instead of the milk. But because the fat content was so high, it didn't absorb the flavor well. It just soaked into the chips, so that's why he used milk, which is why I used milk. And because there's that, we're mixing this, we're adding the gelatin too, for the same reason. So I'm going to give this a bit of a mix. I'd like to point out this almost Latimer flow that we have going on with our sweetened condensed milk here. I'm going to use my spatula to empty out my little measuring cup here. Get rid of this. Go back to mixing. Alright, my gelatin has set. I think this is what we call bloomed, I hope. I'm going to pop it back in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Right after about 30 seconds in the microwave, my gelatin is liquid again, so now I'm going to turn the mixer back on and slowly pour in the stream. Alright, so I'm not expecting it to like fully whip or anything, or nay-nay. But I did want to make sure that everything was fully incorporated. And now I'm going to just pour this mixture into my my little cake pan here. Josh used an 8-inch bread loaf pan. I don't have one of those, but I'm hoping this is going to work anyway. Now, I'm going to put this in the freezer for, I think, something like 4 hours, and hopefully on the other side, we'll have Dorito ice cream. It's weird. It's one of those things where, like, if I'm successful, then hooray, I've been successful, but also if I'm successful, then, oh god, I've made Dorito ice cream. We'll check back in later. I just want to point out the disgusting green sludge at the bottom of my sieve. So I have this extra milk. I call it morbid curiosity. It does taste like Cool Ranch Doritos, though. And so we're back. I had intended to leave this in the freezer for about 4 hours. But then the time came 4 hours later, and like neither of us were mentally prepared to try to eat this. So it's actually been about 30 hours.
You know, when you say it like that, it's a long time.
It is. It is. This is how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of solid. It's pretty solid.
Okay.
But I think we might be able to scrape it. Oh god, I don't think we can scrape it.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
I got a shaving.
Here we go. You just have to like
bend the spoon.
Dig in a little bit.
Okay. I got one. I don't know if you can see that, but I got a little shaving.
Here we go.
Well, that's more than me.
All right. So here's how it looks close up. It's very blurry, as you can tell.
Yep. This will be pretty blurry.
It kind of smells like Cool Ranch Doritos.
It is Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay.
This is weird. Okay.
So the smell is right.
This is weird.
All right.
Bon appetit. Gritty. Wow.
The texture is awful.
God, it's a soggy chip that's been frozen.
And sweetened.
And
it's sweetened condensed milk.
It's not that sweet. Ugh.
I do think, upon tasting it, that there are actually a couple other ingredients included in this that I didn't mention upon the original list.
Yeah.
So make sure you have plenty, because you're gonna need it for this. That's us signing off. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Goodbye, loves. Just kidding. We're back.
Do we have to?
Yep. So the texture was problematic. Awful. And also problematic. So we've let this sit on the table for about 25 minutes, and it is much better consistency now.
More like ice cream than
more
a popsicle.
like yeah. So we're gonna dive back in.
I'm gonna go for a side piece to get like all the way to the bottom.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Oh god, that's a big chunk.
I'm not eating all of it.
All right. So here we go. More ice cream like. Clink, clink, clink. I think Dice has made his decision. Yeah. It's right. You can go. Alright. So, getting into the more detailed analysis here. The texture is literally the worst. Okay. Not literally. The texture
getting serious now. The texture is bad. Real bad. The flavor surprises me a little. Not gonna lie. Like, the first thing I'm hit with is that big Cool Ranch pop. But because it's sweetened condensed milk, I think, I hate to say it, but if I could have gotten unsweetened condensed milk, this might not have been terrible. Huh. But as it stands, it is terrible. So, I'm glad we did this little experiment. You know, now we know. And, I'll see you guys in the next one. What was that?
Man was not meant to know.
Dice says that this was one of those things that man was not meant to know. On that note, thanks again.